Alright everyone, so the first step for us to do is basically, I'm just cleaning off the block as you can see right now. I'm going to take some air to it and clean it off. I'm going to be using some towels to clean off the surface areas. I'm also going to be using a extremely sharp chisel to very carefully get off the rest of the gasket maker that's left on there. That's basically what I'll be doing for this first little speed through. So you guys will be able to watch that, and then once that's done, I'll show you the next step. Enjoy the music! So right now I am grabbing the oil squirter, as you can see, placing it in the block and then putting the new bolt on. And then I'm going to be torquing it down to 20 foot-pounds. That's what I saw for my block. It wasn't in the Haynes repair manual. I didn't see it, but I looked online and I think 20 foot-pounds is correct, so that's what I am torquing mine to. So now that the block is completely cleaned, I am actually going to be applying my bearings. Now, I cleaned off the journals and then cleaned off the new bearings themselves. Even though they were in brand new packaging, I still cleaned them off. And then now I'm placing them down extremely carefully, making sure they're seated properly, and then applying Cleveite main bearing grease. So the main bearings are in place. Now we need to install the thrust washers. Now you got to make sure they're installed in the proper journal, as you can see where I'm installing mine. And you also got to make sure you install the washers the proper way. The grooves that you see on the thrust washer must be facing outwards toward the crankshaft, while the smooth face of the washer must be facing the main bearing saddle. So basically, the two grooves need to be facing outwards toward the crankshaft, and the smooth surface is what mates to the block. You can also see that I just dropped down the crankshaft. Now you gotta be careful, you don't want to cause any damage to the bearings or to the crank itself, so you want to make sure that when you are installing the crankshaft, you're extremely precise when you drop it down. Make sure to take your time, be slow, and just get it centered on. And you can see that I am now applying Plastigauge to the crankshaft itself. Now, as you can see, the way I applied it, I was basically direct center on that crankshaft. Now I'm throwing the main caps on. Now, the reason why I am using Plastigauge is to be able to check the main bearing oil clearance. The typical main bearing oil clearance should fall between 15 thousandths and 23 thousandths. So I'm applying Plastigauge on this entire crankshaft, putting down the main caps, and then once the main caps are down, alright guys, so as you can see, I am currently dropping down the main bearing cap bolts, as well as that plate, onto the main bearing caps. Now, I'm just going to clean off the area real quick, and then once I do that, I am going to be tightening those bolts in a torque sequence, as well as to the proper torque spec. Now, this torque spec for my motor is going to be, step 1 is going to be tightening 24 to 28 foot-pounds for step 1, in the torque sequence. And then step 2 is going to be tightening the bolts an additional 90 degrees. So that was the video right there of installing the ollie bearings as well as the crankshaft. Now, I didn't record the part where I actually removed all those bolts again, removed the caps, and checked my oil clearance, but it was in between the specified oil clearance. Now, hello. Well, everyone, this is my cat. Say hi. He's got a bow tie, can you see? Woo. Alright, buddy, I gotta do a YouTube video, so I'm gonna put you down, alright? Go right there. Just lay down. Good boy. Alright, so, where was I? I removed all those bolts again, removed the main caps, checked my oil clearance, I was good. Now, to remove that plastic gauge, it's actually pretty simple. I just used my nail and carefully went across my crank like that, and it just peeled right off. And then I reapplied the caps, put some Cleveite main bearing grease, and then redid the steps and the processes for torquing down those main cap bolts as well as that plate. In my next video I'll be coming out with, it will be installing the connecting rods, the pistons, the baffle tube, and the oil pickup tube. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you can. You can always donate down in the description if you'd like. I have little links for that. If you guys have any questions again on your builds, you can put them down in the comment section, and I may be able to help you. So yeah, have a great day, guys.